Hello everyone, Vilisink back again with Raid Shadow Legends, and in this video again I will be showing off a build of a champion and talking how he has that build, what he does, kinda how it benefits him, and maybe you learn something, and maybe down below you write how you build your champion if you indeed have this champion. Now he was subject to a very painful fusion, the hardest one we've ever done. I think it's safe to say the hardest one we've ever done. But the angel board was Underpriest Brogni, who has proven himself in the hands of many CCs so far. Look at the clan boss damages mainly, but for progression, dungeons, doom towers, he is truly still very much a good champion. So he's a dwarf, as you can tell. He's a legendary support, and first and foremost he has fantastic HP, just shy of 23,000 HP. Cannot get any better. Attack 782 does not matter. Defense 1266, nice and solid. Speed 100, so for a dwarf he's actually pretty quick. I like it. Crit rate 15% standard, 50% crit damage, 90 base resist and 0 accuracy, which I would have kinda liked just at least 15 or 10-15 accuracy, because he has things that we will want to be applying to the enemies. So I'll quickly show you the stats of how I've built mine. So he comes in at 102,832 HP, 2,500 defense, 150 speed, 15% crit rate, which is just basically his standard, nothing added on, 82% crit damage, 197 resistance, which I quite like, quite proud of that, and the accuracy is 263. So enough for dungeons, enough for clan boss if I chose to speed him up. Put him in there. Maybe not fast for certain Doom Tower bosses, but pretty much he's still a bad mama jamma. So when I was building this champion here, well, I'll tell you what, we'll go look at his kit first, and then we'll show you the stats of all his gear. A1, what he does is he attacks one enemy once, 45% chance, peak it to 60, of placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns. HP burn debuff on the A1 could effectively mean you're never taking it down. If you've got masteries to extend that, or you have another HP burn champion there with him, to work very strongly together. Cavern's Grasp is an AoE, 75% chance, 100% booked, of removing one random buff from all enemies. Also, 100% chance when booked of removing one random debuff from all allies, and increases the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage inflicted. So the more damage you do, the bigger you put the shield up by. Quite a nice move if you have the gear for it, otherwise it's just a nice addition to the shield. Any addition to a shield going to give you just a bit more sustainability. It goes to a 3-turn cooldown. Resilient Glow. I like this move here. It places a block debuffs, so the correct buff goes up first. Then he has increased attack on all allies for 2 turns, so they get an immunity to debuffs, and their attack increased. He'll also place a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of the champion's max HP. Hence why he has high HP, and this can be booked to a 3-turn cooldown. Redoubt is whenever an ally under a shield buff is attacked, 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield is going back at the attacker. So in this particular ability is fantastic in Scarab, because the more buffs I can get on certain people, the more hits I want, because the more hits he gets back. It's really funny to watch. It can be like a machine gun. If there are multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one will activate, which is just basically if you've got 2 Brognis, only one can proc this. The aura is resist in Doom Towers by 60, which is pretty big. You will need resistance for Doom Towers. You will also need it in Faction Wars. So, although it's a Doom Tower only aura, it's still good. Resist in all battles is a little bit stronger. This is Brogni. This is what he looks like. This is the person that we had to go through hell to get. Absolute hell. His masteries have not been done yet. I have potential future plans, so when I do that, it would probably be, I think it would be offense and defense I would go for what I'm looking to do. So let's take a look at the gear he's got, how I've built him up. This is going to be something new I'll do, just to show off builds I like, try to get some ideas going, show people maybe something new, or just give them information because they're interested in the game and they just like to watch videos like myself. I like to watch just a ton of videos just purely because the information we get in it is presented pretty cool, it's fun, and we can always learn something. So accuracy banner, not that much speed, he does have higher HP on it. HP there with accuracy and resistance, 25 a pop, which is quite solid. You have blood shield ring, 13% HP boost. If it doubled, it would have been quite nice, but it's a blood shield ring. It does give him a shield when he attacks, which is quite funny because he's in a shield set. But anything to kind of put the HP up higher, because I was looking for the biggest shield I could kind of get. Let's go back to the normal artifacts. If it loads, right, okay, 50% HP gloves. Why he's slower, but he has a massive shield, so am I hugely bothered that he's a bit slower? I am not. And I do have some speed on there anyway, so the survivability I think exceeds the speed when it comes to this. For 2 turns, yeah. HP boots, he can. There's an argument to go with speed, but for myself and a shield set, I was looking purely just for HP. Does have nice substats, resistance, speed, accuracy. We have a 60% HP chest, defense, attack, not really useful, speed, resistance, which is quite nice. HP gloves, terrible triple roll on HP, but I got 15% defense and some resistance. Potentially a piece I would change in future, but they are 6-star legendary gloves. Speed, HP, accuracy, resistance. Again, you see a pattern here. Accuracy, HP, defense. 27% HP on the weapon. Crit damage and 7 speed. So as you can see, I was going for the biggest shield I could potentially give myself, and it's a pretty big one. So in Faction Wars he's awesome, in Clan Boss he's a 5. Arena defense, I can see him being really good there. Dragon's Lair, if you get this champion, he will help you survive, so we'll maybe not necessarily do a 5. A 4 is still very nice. Arena offense, I think he's potentially a better defense. Let's go and speak, he's good. Campaign, I mean, he's only good if you're leveling him up. You can farm it, but it's just not really worth it. You can farm Minotaur as well, it's okay, but I'm just going to give him a 3. I think all the keeps are coming up. It's really good in Spider for the big shield. Plot debuffs. All the keeps. I mean, Spirit Keep. Don't know if I would take him into certain keeps, to be honest. Maybe because of affinity. Void just because of affinity. Finance Castle, he does not offer as much as other champions can, but if you need the shield to stay alive, potentially, but I just don't see it being his best dungeon. I see him having a lot more use outside of that clan boss. Some dungeons, Doom Tower, Faction Ward for dwarves, the dwarf secret rooms that we're getting nowadays. He's monumental for that. So show off the stats again. So 102,832 HP, 2,500 defense, 150 speed, 263 accuracy. That's all that's really important. The resistance at 200 is quite nice. Purely, I don't want to be debuffed too easy. I want to kind of cover myself on multiple angles. So I've went slower speed, more defense, more HP. Tried to put resistance and accuracy also quite high on the to get list. And that's pretty much it. So I think we will just quickly jump into, I don't think it matters, but we see if we can make up a quick team. Can we make up a quick team here? We'll just jump onto 20. Could farm elsewhere, but we'll see if we can. We're going for affinity as well. So let's say I wanted to take. I think Syl could be good for CC. Though. With that being said, if Syl goes in, do you really need Sylar? And I think what we'll do is we'll keep Syl and Sylar, and the only damage we are going to have is poisons. And now we're going to see just how big the shields are. So we'll get the shield from Brogni. He will then enhance it by the damage that he does. He doesn't do the biggest amount of damage because he is HP pretty much everywhere. There could be crit rate or crit damage gloves on that champion. Let's look and see how. Yeah, start off with a respectable shield. And only damage here is poisons. So we're looking to sustain life because of that shield. We're looking to not be debuffed if block debuffs is off, etc. Whatever. Looking for a flawless run, a supported run, and increased shield. So it's respectable size. Brogni's shield is insane. That must be like 130,000. So he's got 100,000, so 33,000 HP, give or take for the shield. And he's helping everybody just not be hurt with the help of some CC champions that shields. This is going to go to the end relatively easy. Granted, it's poison damage, but there's no danger here whatsoever. None at all. Just think. Right, so, tell you what guys, we will come right back when we get to the dragon so we don't waste any more of your time. And guys, we're at the dragon. Glow shield or grow shield activated. Now let's see, because the dragon is dead. We have poisons to kill him, that's fine. We had Syl and Sylar for the waves, they're now not effective here whatsoever. It is Brogni with the shield offering protection. When it's block debuffs. When it comes to the waves, there's absolutely no danger with Brogni, if built in this particular fashion, of anything really happening. It's been pretty solid so far. Been at the dragon for less than a minute now, and we're carving away. Just Urigrim to land poisons. Dragon's going to fall down. He's blocking certain debuffs. That's not very nice. Don't you know who Urigrim is? All that damage is sent back. So we've got continuous heal buffs, block, debuffs, shields, increased attack. There's increased speed up right now. So we are kinda well supported. Shields are off. We have the heal from Syl. Let's see what happens next. There's no way he should scorch us with how many poisons he has on him right now. No, wall of fire resisted. We're fine. It is our time, not the quickest time, but it's your time to die. You will burn, be poisoned to death, and I will bid you farewell. Now, as we come up to the end of the dragon, guys, go Brogni. How are you getting him out? What was your choice as far as the roads to take for him? Did you want to go with some crit rate, some crit damage, but also defense HP with accuracy, or did you just kind of take a similar route to myself, whereas I've built him to be a support? He can potentially do both. It can be gear intensive, but again, the shield set build, I feel with his very strong base HP, is something that we kinda can't overlook, and shield sets is just one of the best sets for him. Again, if you want a nuker, he'd go savage. You could even go perception sets if you wanted to, but let me know down below. Did you get Brogni? Where do you use him? Let's get some conversations kind of built up, and let's talk about it. And as always, guys, stay safe, continue raiding, and I will see you next time.